The decision rests with you. Rests with you. Rests with you.
For over 60 years, the knowledge of our fathers have been dismissed from no good to an ambiguous use of the name Herbert Smith. Like many, our mother chose to go about her business religiously espoused as a lifestyle of chosen circumstances. Living in selective denial, she forgot that when your actions come back to haunt you, it's a karma you create. In January of 2007, a monster was reawakened to the fullest.
No house built on sand stands forever. None. You know that? I know that.
Would have ever thought that I would have stepped into the cesspool of a mess that's here. He said, no, that's your mother. I was looking at her like, oh, yeah. You know, and he said, yeah, you know, she would take Prince and Jeanette would lead me back, and, you know, I never had this. Man, son, tell me this, that, I'm looking at him, I'm like, you're serious, you know? And then I caught a whiff of Jeanette, and Jeanette was like, well, we were going to go, we tried to be so loving. But we're not loving. I don't know. You talk to me and I'm like, I don't talk to you like that. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Young, all he knew was the mother. Every day at school, the bully be calling. Your moms can bring you here, so where's your father? No excuse to hide.
This is where my mom and my dad used to live. Unfortunately, it's been reconverted. There's the address right here in front of you. And there it is. The actual place. I fucking live. That's there, baby. Right fucking there. There's no mistake allowed, okay? And these are the occupants that live there.
We come from an incestuous lot, the Sykes and the Masons. The Masons were born under the name of the Masonite Corporation, once a plantational sawmill. Granted sharecropper lots to work as Freemasons after slavery, they still hold land to this day. In 1848, great-great-grandfather and mother Jack and Lizzie Sykes fostered 5 children. Of that, our great-grandfather William Sykes married Josephine and themselves had 6. Our grandparents, Robert and Sally, both had the same last name Mason, but at a distance of relation. They had 4 children. Howard, being the eldest to Robert, married Mattie Sykes. Robert thus remarried to Essie when Sally had died in childbirth. Mattie was the sister of Essie, so Howard thus married his aunt. Together they combined in one house with 17 children. When Robert died, only Essie was left to take care of the remaining 7 children. The Mason girls were rumored to be a flirty bunch, but only one made coveting ignorance, deceit, and selfish stupidity a post in her life for the next 77 years. Out of her dysfunctioning darkness came 10 kids through 7 different dads. To this day, she continually runs away from her prostitutional past. This is my journey to find out why people throw away their kids by acts of misguided love and how it affects all sharing this pain. So how do you honor the 5th commandment when there is no honor to begin with? On May 23rd of 2007, I went looking for those answers to a profusively salted wound. First stop, South Carolina, to confront its creator.
It feels kind of odd to place a woman on a statue who has no honor.
Those who think they know the words so well that they have a right to judge you.
Uncle William's wife right there.
One with the spooked out face, look like somebody caught her off guard.
You look like a witch to me. The family is so far apart. It really is. The family is so far apart. The family don't even so.
There's Ernest's name in here. There's Ernest. That's the only name I know up in here.
That's
besides
right.
you and Alice and Lillian, Carrie, and Mabel Mason of Richmond. Well, she moved to Richmond?
Who, Mabel?
No, Lil.
Yeah, after Sylvester died, she went to Richmond. She lived in Richmond with Jeannie and
and they said she was somewhere before she died.
Oh, so she went out kicking and screaming.
No, they said she was, God bless the dead man, so rest in peace. But they said that she is drank, still her daughter Bertha, is likely alcohol.
Oh, so she just drunk herself to death anyway.
Drinking and carrying on, and they said that she was very nasty.
She just went out like a bat out of hell.
Yeah, she'd been hungry all her life. She was hungry all her life. And just like I told them, I stayed in Charlottesville all these many years, and they didn't even come there. So just like Denny and Milton, you know Milton was off of, you know Milton was a jazz.
Yeah, well, we have a history of that for some reason.
They put it from multiplication of kids.
Oh boy.
And but see, one thing about it, they've been pressing. And now he out this and really and truly, I ain't talking about nobody, the place they live, but really and truly, Jeffrey, I'm telling you, that place she stay in and no anywhere else, I won't tell you. Honest is true. Honest is true. Now, they don't come here or nothing like that. Because they figure my place ain't good enough for them to be. But it doesn't make no difference to me. But I'll tell you one thing about it. I'd rather stay here than to stay where they live now.
Maurice Odell Mason, surnamed Covington, of which she still uses, has been pathological most of her life. Adulterated more than a few times, thrown away 4 of the 10 children she had. Did we miss the abortion table?
But the problem is you was deceiving her with that car because you really ain't got no money. You just living in that car. Y'all deceiving each other. I'll exchange my affection for you buying me something. Call it whatever you want to. It ain't nothing but prostitution. Amen. I'ma move on.
It's been 16 years since she's seen me. Balding in her age, she continues to carry on like a flues. The very night I got there, a man crawled out of her bedroom to greet me at 12 midnight. Bruce became a living lover who wasn't mentioned beforehand. As children, whenever she did this, our first emotional response was betrayal. Now as an adult, I find it disrespectful and tacky. Odd because my sister Glennis, whose name is on the lease, doesn't live there. But as a throwaway mom, she had her overdiagnosed as severely retarded. You see, she has Down syndrome. Bruce is a sucker in a long line of suckers. He's so in over his head. The next day, we drove around to where my aunt and uncle's last place of residence. After he died, Auntie Alice moved to Florida. Mom, who had been living with them, stayed for 12 years because there was no housing for Glennis in Florida.
So God was the one that brought me over here to Hampton Hall.
Oh, okay.
I'll take you up there where he used to live at. I should have took you up there first.
That's all right, sure. You know what we doing out here?
You're doing up a ride around up here. Yeah, that's a Latter-day Saints thing. Yeah. A Latter-day Saints go there. The Mormons go there. This is where I come and pick up food. They give it to me, I take it.
Oh, amazing. Got arms like my boy Bettis from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All day. And I told myself, why don't you go to the doctor and see what you feel? He said, no, I think you should go to the hospital and see what you feel because that's no good. And he said, well, I go Monday. And I told him, I said, Monday's not functioning to nobody. I think you should go tonight. And he dropped dead in the kitchen. I'm telling you, that's when I tell what I tell we come the same thing, but you don't pay no attention to it.
She pilots a janky past and indulges in meaningless conversation because, as she says, she feels good, acting within the act itself. But it wasn't an act to talk down to me, was it? In an attempt to show how I educated myself, Quad wouldn't hear any of it. She again showed how ignorantly abusive she still is. Hardly the supportive caregiver you think of.
Go to the library sometime and take some responsibility to learn, because just simply getting out of school, you really haven't achieved anything. But getting out of school and getting a higher level of education, whether it's college or learning some kind of trade or some kind of skill, whatever you do, don't stop learning. And if you will put your hand to the plow, you can make it.
They're going to bring you some money.
Well, you know, that's the problem. Because that's the problem there, because for one thing, that is not entirely true. It's not. It is not. I am a living example. I am a living example of what it is to be a self-educated man, as opposed to being an educated man from a system that deems little of. I remember this emphatically. I took my last bit of money, went out there, grabbed me a DJ system. Scott and I was going to basically say, okay, so we know who the competition was. It was JJ, it was Mighty Matt, and it was Sam the Beast from East. And everybody loved to go to Sam's parties and have good fun and all that mess of everything. But it wasn't just the fact of just spinning the music. It was spinning the music and getting, watching people come in to pay you do it. And I'll never forget it. You told me that I would never make no money out of it. So I was determined to make it, and I did. I did make it. I did make it spinning records. I didn't learn much from these so-called schools and everything. These so-called schools that were so registered and all this mess. I went out to KPFK and I started writing. We started putting our ideals together. We made a show that lasted for 2 straight years. 2 straight years, okay? And this is the result of it. This is the result of it right here. Made press, mama. DJ clubs. Still making money. Okay. Doing everything.
His mama kind of crazy.
But if somebody don't tell you,
his mama kind of crazy.
to make something of yourself and better yourself, you're not going to do it. Now, that is the truth, Jeffrey. If somebody don't tell you that you have to, when you are a small, they have really
his mama kind of crazy.
not to be as they were, not to be as a person that you wish you had went to school, but you didn't have the opportunity to go to school. You go to school.
His mama kind of crazy.
See that you got an opportunity to go to school. You see that you got an opportunity to do these things. But if you are not well in your head to do it, you are not going to do it. Because what you see that, hey, I wasn't taught to do this thing. I want real to do this thing. But a lot of people today, Jeffrey, made the mistake. Hey, I wasn't taught to do it. I wasn't taught to do this. I wasn't taught to. Only thing I know what to do is to get this opportunity to get an education to boost myself up to be somebody, then I'm going to climb that ladder. But if I don't have an education to boost myself up, I'm not going to do it. And that is the truth. That is true. You can sit there, I did this, I did that, I did this. But you know one thing? You still is Jeffrey Jaggers, and you still going to be my son. And if you don't want to be my son, and if you think you better, and you think you got more education, and you got all this big thing, don't make you no better. And you still ain't nobody. That's the truth. You still ain't nobody. Because let me tell you, but what you saying, Jeffrey, what are you saying? I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you and Jeffrey them, Scott them, to go out here and get an education to make something for you. That's what you were saying, Jeffrey. You are saying that you did.
And so if you've been believing a lie, you start declaring a lie, and what you produce is lies. Is lies.
You told me that I would never make the money out of it. You told me that I would never make the money out of it.
You are typical. You're typical.
His mama kind of crazy.
You're a typical West African, West Indies, because all West Indies think themselves better than the other person.
His mama need brain surgery.
Yes, they do. Because the only thing that they think that, I got all this stuff by myself, then nobody motivate me.
Sure, I may have done all those, learned all those things and so forth on my own, okay? But if I didn't have the incentive, If I didn't have that push, the initial push, I would never have done those things. So if I have the self-desire and the motivation to move from point A to point B because I do want to better myself, it's not because high school prepared me to do it. High school basically prepared me how to read, write, and to do math. That's basically all it did. Nobody encouraged me from that point on because I realized that I had to start thinking for myself. I couldn't depend upon anybody else. Never had and never did at that point. So to confuse me with all these other peoples and so forth that have nothing to do with me whatsoever. It's like it's always a contention. It's always going to be contention with it. And people will sit there and throw stones at me. I don't care. Throw stones at me.
Well, I'm gonna do this. You said to go for yourself, and you do it. You just got lucky that the fact that the chances that you had, you got surrounded by people that help you further your goals, in broadcasting.
Precisely. The opportunities were there. I took advantage of those opportunities. Why? It wasn't for the fact that going to high school for read, writing, and arithmetic did that. That took from interpersonal skills. I had to learn how to do PR for myself. I had a network. Okay? There is a difference. There is a huge difference.
And you'll learn more from an 8-year-old that's saved than an 80-year-old that's a fool.
He must be crazy because his mama kind of crazy. She needs brain surgery. He needs brain shit.
Speak to my heart. Speak to my soul.
He told me that I would never get the money out of it. I'll never forget he told me that.
May 25th, 2007. For his 77th birthday, I've tagged the 11th commandment. Thou shalt never lie to your children, for they see through the eyes of God and know of your transgressions. I honor my father. I was your guilt and mistake. I can no longer honor such a monster as you. At 6:03 a.m., I finally met my long-lost sister Jackie. Emotional frustration consumed me when I decided that we'd leave Quad to her own bitchery. I left a letter that explained what I knew of my father and how Glennis was born out of adultery. Jackie left her a birthday card to which she surely didn't deserve. She knew we were there, too busy eavesdropping from her bedroom. What a bitch ass. For the rest of the day, she'd blow up my cell to no avail. Next stop, Charlottesville.
That child's going to believe that no matter what I go through, no matter what the circumstance, I have what it takes to make it. And the reason why a lot of children make it and why some don't, it's not just because of their external circumstances, it's because of the things that were spoken into their life.
Trying to call me. It ain't happening. It is not happening. It is not happening. There's nothing she can explain at this particular point. Nothing. Oh,
Billy and just want to come back. Which, they should have, Uncle William went down there and got her. I mean, shoot, after her mother died, you think you would go and reclaim your children? No. If that was your only dilemma, your mother said you couldn't have your children, and now she's gone, you should be ready to go get your children.
Yeah. Because
go get them for it.
No, not at all. Not unless something else was going on. Okay? Now, part 3 will be happening in a couple of days. Oh, no. I got all this shit set up 2-3 months before I even got out here. I knew exactly what I was going to do. And here we are, day 2. The kids who ran away from home.
Mama's in the bed with a strange man. Running around with half a ball of all the hair. Looking like a fishbowl.
LaToya, get up and open and see a door. Hey, boo. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Why you can't see? Huh? Like too bright. Say hi to your uncle.
Okay. Alrighty, now we go.
Oh, we can do that. You can't.
Don't worry, Blake, I ain't gonna beat your ass. What's up, boys? Hell yeah, my niggas is strong, boys. Coming in from prison. What's up? What's up, man? What's up, kids?
That a camera, love. Get it
Alright, Jay, this is so much fun. Smile, you're on Black Man Camera. For everybody that don't know, a plug-up is an arbitrary knot on your head. I make this shit up as I go, man.
After meeting my nieces and nephews, answering numerous phone calls from other sibs, a few days later was the reunity party at Serge's house. Rodney by name wasn't family by blood. At 17, his parents tossed him to the streets. Being that he didn't have a home, I took him in and picked up where they left off. Now a husband and a proud father of 4, he attributes his new life by being accepted into a family he didn't have. He always told his kids how I gave him the premise to succeed in life, and now has his own business, house, and a stable family. What he learned was responsibility. What I learned from him was happiness can be shared by those who truly cared beyond themselves, not from those who perpetrated it from hidden veils of jealousy and uppity social rejection. I'm proud that he didn't throw away any of his kids. According to Rod, some deem his family by sight. How racist? Obscurity by opinion. A Christian-like premise of exclusion.
That's the next. That sounds like an address. That sounds like an address, right? That just don't work. I'm sorry. That's not. Look at that. No, she was small. Too small, but she was small. Your hair, boy. We got Harry here and Hammy there. I tell you, this is. I mean that. What kind of hormones you be up on? I never wait back at you too. Oh, she talk to you. What's up, girl? What's up, babe? How you been? Uncle, how you been? Oh yeah. Y'all wrong. Keep it. No. Y'all is wrong. This is so horrible.
Separate.
Let me see that again. Do that again. I can do that again. Nah, do that again.
I was just joking.
That's too thugging a bottle. You straight thugging a bottle, man. Have some class about it. Put it in the bottle too. I didn't bring my cup today. That shall bring my cup today. I found mine. You bought yours. I found mine. Yeah, but you did. I'm being an adult in the street, John. You ain't right. Hey, you say you be producing, man. I'm just kind of facilitating. Facilitating, fool. No. Shout out to all my homies, 5 and Zoo, Westside City, Blue Hill Crip Gang, 11-8 Carter Park, all them hounds out there. What's up, nigga? Who are you, man? I am family to everybody that's in here. And I love everybody that's in here. I hope we can have a good time. I'm glad we got to bring Jeff, Scott, Sister Glenn G.
Hey, no, that's my brother.
Well, y'all stop because it takes me a little bit if you have some respect and shut your mouth. Okay? And Jack, putting you guys together, knowing that you guys have not seen each other, didn't even know, some of y'all didn't even exist.
But you got a family right here that we all need to stick together and be a part of. Me, Jeff, and Vince, and Glenn have been around each other for years. But there's a part of this family that have never even known each other. And we need to make sure that everybody, stay in touch and do what we got to do to bring this family back together the way it's supposed to be. There's nothing but love here. And Jackie went and busted her ass for years to find you guys. Now I hope everybody understand what that is, not to know that you got brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews that you've never met or even known it was existing. That's the real reason why we're here. The main attraction is not my mother-in-law or my wife or Vince and his baby or my baby and nothing. It's Jeff, because we didn't know what Jeff was there to go.
Shame on the nigga who tried to run game on the nigga.
Totally different. I mean, you didn't have all this, all of this out here, hanging out here like this, okay? See, in this little corner where it says the Central Place, that used to be, O'Dowd's, the Irish pub restaurant, one of the first ones out here in Charlottesville. The only problem was...
Great, Wayne. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Alrighty.
Y'all take care.
Alrighty, well, thanks for your hospitality, sir. Stop the line. That sounds like somebody's issues. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's wonderful. The only thing here is that I don't see something original.
A lot of memories changed through times current. Later, I spent some shopping time with LaToya. Her mom always supported her brother, but there was no mention of Dad, she confides. She tries to get it together, but LaToya's actions resulted from a loveless home. Left in isolation with her emotions and suffering from severe seizures, a lot comes from neglect, doesn't it? A neglected child usually becomes a confused adult, and yet she wants closure on something she never got from her dad. Real love from a big stink.
Hey, Megazone, she has things now. LaToya coming out of the tattoo parlor. She get the tattoo inside.
The next day, Jackie and I found our way back to my old school, McGuffey, a primary school for special ed students. With my enrollment, Quad collected SSI to feed the house. But to be placed in schools like these, many kids were told horrible things. Abuse and condemnation is rarely checked, and in other cultures too, is just as worse when it's delivered from a point of hate. So is psychological abuse the only way to enforce education?
Don't call me Mom, I'm not your mother. Stupid, retarded bitch, you're stupid, you dumb idiot, you don't know shit. So that's all I remember, is I'm retarded, stupid, dumb, ignorant, I'm naive, I don't know nothing.
So in other words, that particular focus of a sharp tongue would pretty much have a stigmatism. It would carry on pretty much like a burden.
Yeah. It was like every day. There was not one day that I didn't hear that I was stupid, dumb, or ignorant. I didn't do anything right, or why were you born? I should have thrown you in the trash. And one day I got mad at her and I turned around and I looked at her and go, why didn't you? Maybe somebody else better would have picked me and my brother up. Why didn't you do that? And she slugged around on mom. I mean, she really let me have it that day. I didn't care. I just stupid bitch. You know shit. You're retarded. You're stupid. You're retarded. You're retarded. You don't know nothing. You're so damn stupid. That's all I heard all my life. You're so damn stupid. You don't know nothing. In Spanish, you'll tell me pendeja, babosa, and all this shit. I said, and now that I'm better, why did she tell me that I wasn't stupid? She put me in special training. And when I was in the fifth grade, she put me in special ed.
The special school for kids who had learning disabilities, who could not comprehend, could not read, could not write, could not reason, and had therefore been classified by their own parents as stupid.
So anyway, this room is actually probably very much like it was when you were here. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow.
And so they took Mildred out there on fire escape. They took him upstairs, was hanging him down by his feet to not that, because he had said that's when he went back to Virginia. All of it, he went back. He said because they were going to kill him. But he owed somebody for drugs and he didn't have it.
Yeah, just get a picture of my mug.
And these people get away with it. And when they're confronted, especially with black folks, you know this is true, our cousins, the past is in the past, get over.
And then when you challenge them, they use Jesus and everything else. And the first thing that flies out of that parent's mouth that threw their kid away, emotionally, spiritually, left them in one corner, well, I'm your mother, so it doesn't count. Or I made sure you ate. I made sure if you were in the house and you were thrown away spiritually, I made sure you ate. I made sure the house was clean. That's not fucking good enough.
Moments later.
Thing I've had experience when I got back here, because ain't nobody seen me hair on no highs for the last 16, 20 some odd years.
Yeah, because I said, where is he at? Oh, she knew you was in California. He may be dead. I said, I don't feel it. I said, something happened to anybody in the family, you know.
You feel it?
Feel it.
Yeah, you feel it.
I don't feel that.
No.
She said, well, I said, well, I don't feel it. No. Mm-hmm. Jackie came in. Jackie found Prince for us, and then she found you.
Yeah, I thought.
Prince, we had Prince until he was 3. When Mom died, when that lady died, that was our mom. That was my mom raised Jeanette Milton and 5 other grandchildren, except Uncle Ernie and then Josephine.
Okay.
Turn me in for murder.
My mom did. One lady did all of that. She did that.
Okay.
And Mark was supposed to bring Prince back. She never did.
I stand a chance of
So in the meantime, she had a Beverly and a Jackie. Now a Jackie and a Beverly are my mom. Beverly, that's right, a Beverly and a Jackie.
Okay. Well,
but see, the Beverly was supposed to came back. Was supposed to come home, and Mom told you to bring no more children to this house.
Why is this
you take care of your own.
her family so important?
And from there,
she's not going to go down alone.
The food just went crazy.
Zappo, Simone, Felicia.
See, Mom raised really. Jeanette Milton, and Prince had to go, got sick, so she had to send her to come get him. He was supposed to come back, but I said when he got to New York, the baby was so sick. So I don't know what she did from the time she got away with him.
They're all connected to me.
And then he tells me she comes in, and he knows you, he said he knew in Jumper, you and Scott, And he said he thought he was going home. He ended up still in the place.
You know, the things are starting to click with him now. He said, did you know that I lived about a corner from where you lived at? He said, I lived over near Shauna. Shauna was not even 5 blocks away from me. Prince lived that close. When Mama was visiting, bringing y'all to visit Prince was living around the corner from me right there.
Where was y'all at then? Jeffrey, do you know?
I believe we was on between Powell. We was in Ocean Avenue. We was between Powell and Ocean Avenue.
Yeah, okay.
So we was living. I guess pretty much in, as my mom would say, in a West Indies area.
Like I told Maurice, that you don't say nothing about Prince, neither Janet to me, because you don't know what those kids went through.
He has to understand. She has to.
Necessary.
Understand.
She would have took.
You tell me how she's supposed to understand that he cheated on
and raised her. She's the only child that we don't know nothing about. But when I found out about her and I called, she gets mad with me, hang up the phone. Then she calls me back and says something happened to the phone. I said, then nothing happened to the phone. You hung it up. But she don't mess with me because I'm just like, my mom, I ain't got time for your foolishness.
I'm serious.
I don't have time for that foolishness.
If Chad had cheated.
I mean, you either get off that merry-go-round that you all, or either you just forget, just go on about your business.
They want to talk about what
she took your mom is 76 years old. She took all of that stupid mess. She called me because Jackie had been calling her. She hadn't even told us that Jackie had been calling her for almost a year. She hadn't told us nothing.
Well, see,
you better be stop burying this story.
I am, because this is the documentary for the reasons for
What's the matter? I need to tell y'all.
Because we can't make nobody, I mean, when was I going to be told?
Somebody brought that baby to the house and they let the door.
Excuse me. I'll let you break that conception up. Okay.
You have to tell me, but I know better.
Yeah, but I'm the one who saw it. I peeked through the pee hole. Okay.
Jeanette told me that I want to hear that.
Okay.
Jeanette told me that when I want to hear that.
Okay, so I'm walking around with this secret for like 30 some odd years, thinking that nobody knew.
Yeah, but she said when she brought it, she goes shoot that dance and somebody brought her and they said, let her to step. I said, well, somebody brought her and left her to step. Why she look like you? Why she got your hair? Why she got your color?
You know what? Here's another one. She basically had me visiting a psychiatrist.
And I was crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be a lunatic, okay? I'm supposed to be the man who tears holes in the walls. I did catch the butt end of it a lot.
Oh yeah, oh we know that. We know that.
Okay.
We know you caught up with the butt end of the lie. That's why you left.
But don't hurt Ethan.
We know that. You was like the little black sheep.
The truth.
Boy, what up?
But now Glennis won't have nothing to do with it, so Glennis can, I think Glennis can. Our last name is Mason, so we don't know where they could fall right on into our category in the Mason line.
Because, you know, Robin Mason has so many siblings, but they branched out.
Yeah, we didn't get in contact with her. I'm going to call her, see what they have that cookout this year in July.
Mm-hmm.
And once
I told you I would go with you.
Yeah, once we get in contact with her, she can tell us more about Mama's family.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank God for that. Because I see we got the Mason side, but we don't have the site. And I want more. I want. You know your dad?
I did not know him physically, but I have my birth certificate.
So what was his last name?
His last name was Jaggers. So nice little files that you had, and I picked it up and I said, "Oh, it's James." So then I asked her at 16, "Then my father's name is James. You told me Herbert. What happened?" "Well, he picked up and he didn't want to be with me, and like that and everything." And I was like, "Okay, I got the short end of the stick."
I told y'all.
Okay. So she.
I'm gonna tell Alice I was right. I don't know how I know it. I know I'm right. I told Alice, I said, Alice is the only one that can come forward with the stuff. And she can't stand with it just like I am. They'll come forward with the stuff. It's a different, you don't understand it then, but you understand it now. Okay. They call and all that, but she told her, don't call me no more with that lady.
The only thing that I need from her right now
she don't make no sense. So, Mom raised seven grandchildren. Because my older sister and her was the only trifling one, and Aunt Alice kept her. So Aunt Alice was struggling with her children, but she stayed right there with her children. Uncle Guy, they kept her. Uncle Guy wasn't there. Uncle Guy wasn't there with her. When you saw Aunt Alice, you saw her with the children, right?
Always.
And he wasn't there in the picture. Because I am not going. And so she had no right to really think that Alice's children was above y'all. She did that. She put Alice's children above y'all. We understand your feeling, your hurts, and your pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, with me, I knew my mom, my dad died. But see, y'all didn't. But see, y'all know how to act. And even with me, I still know how to take into people. Because see, you can't question a question until you know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So what is all this about?
Hold on.
And then when you go around, you fall fighting for something that you are responsible for, you need to shut your mouth. People don't know they throw diamonds away. That's why you keep all your jewels. Because you don't know what you get.
Clarity. Auntie Mabel gave me answers in perspective that the problem stems from slavery. Quad did it with selfish abandonment in regards to the family as a whole. Later that same afternoon, Jackie and I drove to Auntie Nancy's house to see first sister Jeanette. Auntie Nancy was the one who should have taken care of Jackie when Quad threw her away. A good reason why Jeanette wants to beat the holy shit out of this hypocritical monster. Damn, talk about closure.
Is that woman that they speaking to me over the phone?
Are you?
Yes, sir, you big one. Give me some sugar, woman.
I ain't up there sleeping. All of a sudden, it's nice and quiet. All lights out, television on. Everybody into the deep slumber for the night. Now all of a sudden, what in the world? What is this? What is he saying? He's saying it over and over and over. And I could not get it for nothing. You know, I'm saying, what is he saying? What is that he's saying?
He looks like Milton too.
Hey, wait a minute. No. Look. I do not have that forehead. Okay? No, that's not me.
Only because you have the dreads.
You got that forehead.
That's when I couldn't get away from it.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to go back, come up a little bit further than that. Let's see.
This is what I get for not going to college.
I know. Poor dumb jackass, you know.
I'm like,
I don't get it. I don't understand, And like I said, everybody need to get down there, have my ass up, turn the music up, call the police, because here we come, And she didn't like that. She didn't like that, so they went back to Virginia and stayed with Lynn, and they won't have nothing else. You were responsible for her death. You!
Somebody has to take the blame until you heal. People may not agree with me, they kiss my ass, but these motherfuckers need to be accountable for what they have done to this generation. They have to be accountable. You better believe I'm going to be accountable for the mistakes I made with my children. And I told them, no, I am sorry for the mistakes I made because no one was there for me. But I never left them. Never threw them away. I'm not the most perfect parent, but I never threw the motherfuckers away. I can't even imagine that shit. If my mother will not take responsibility, I'm sure your mom won't take responsibility. None of our parents take responsibility for that shit.
When love in the family unit is the center, the caregiver's responsibility is to see that the children return that love without malice to the family unit. Things that arrive in every family in the form of tribulations are worked out so that it works for all. In short, love stays within the family. But when love is selfishly abused by any of the caregivers, the children have a formative judgment to make in regards to the patterns of abusive love, and the chance of real love is taken for granted. When children become adults, these patterns of dysfunction are redundantly justified in each generation thereafter. In fact, there are two categories in which women fall into when they abandon or neglect their children. One, the hopes that somebody will take care of them, or two, that they're left to die from this neglect. 65% of maltreatment reports are from neglect, and more children die from that than abuse. Struggling with ignorance of child nurturing skills lays the groundwork for a national mental health crisis. It's estimated that 40% of the jail population and 30% of delinquent children suffer from learning disabilities, while 25% become adult sexual offenders. Children, when lied and disappointed enough, develop a kind of schizophrenia that leads to disassociation in primary relationships. This is complex post-traumatic stress syndrome. Its symptoms range from difficulties in regulating emotions, changes in self-perception, and a loss of or change in one's systems of meaning, of faith, or a sense of hopelessness, which may lead to suicidal tendencies, such as this child is left behind and ignored.
of course you realize that you gave me too much time to think, and now I get to prove my theory. Do the bees really buzz when the flowers are in bloom? Hypocrite.
When the parents came to the house, they gave me that.
I can't tell you what it is to love a man. I can't. Because I got together with my husband because I wanted a baby. That's it. I wanted a baby. That's all. I don't love my husband. I don't love him at all. I just wanted a baby. Just somebody that I can say I love him, and he can love me back. But I never had anybody to love me. Nobody. My dad, the same way. My dad would be on my side because he was molesting me. My uncles, my aunts, my mom would throw me like a piece of meat to the wolves. Here, take care of her. I don't want her. She's not going with me. Here, go. My brother knew what was going on, but how is he going to say anything? He couldn't talk.
The example to this ongoing horror is what Quad did to my sister Jackie. Born and abandoned at the Foundling Hospital in New York, she was placed into foster care by Speedwell Services. The stress of living from one foster home to another made her withdraw as an infant until she was 13 and a half. Truancy issues developed by age of 9, and by 10, she had met her brother Prince, who was also living in foster care. By 14, she became a product of her environment, and by 18, had lost her first child. The father's family was no help, and without any support found herself at Rikers Island on fraud charges for a couple of weeks. A hard lesson learned, yet through 4 kids, they all stayed together. Like Auntie Alice, her kids were far better nurtured with love being the center of their relationship. I felt a little envious because I was left to my own upbringing. Where I saw love in Jackie's household, I remembered none in mine.
Everybody has had boo-boo. My thing was chicken and dumplings.
Yep.
And I wanted a lot of dumplings. Yes, I did.
By the time I got finished, I had a pot full of dough. I didn't even know what happened to the chicken. Couldn't find it again. Could not find it. And then the turkey. Me and my girlfriend sat down to make a turkey. No one told us to take the turkey out a couple of days beforehand. We take the turkey out Thanksgiving Day.
I went to Tony's shop and got 5 pairs of shoes for $200. But Saturday we went to so good place. But I'm happy anyway.
That's right.
I appreciate it.
That's okay.
And I got matching shoes for my nails, my everything. I gotta pick out my shoes, right? I didn't have to get them. Look. So he said she can't get no shoes. This is what she does.
Oh, you did the pout thing.
And she got me. Some shoes.
She got me. She got me.
I didn't have to get them.
Oh, listen to listen.
Hold up. Give me the moment.
My time in Virginia drew to a close, and I've come to find love in my sister. We played chess, went to a movie, shopped, and healed each other by the tears of our souls. New memories aside, we imagined what would have been with each other around. No one knew her better than my missing brother Prince. Next stop, New York.
We see another sunset.
Yes.
Yes, darling.
That's you.
Just chilling.
I gotta get all of this before I mess around and they call last call for alcohol and fools and pull back.
You gonna let you bring that camera on the plane?
Yeah.
Bomb thing, like that?
No, this ain't a bomb, dude. Okay. It's not a bomb, dude. That's the man right there. Hell yeah. So that's cool. Tell me about it. Yeah, you know what? That's you.
You see you do it now? You see it? It's
that much bigger.
Expand the same. Yeah. She said to me.
I love it. That's my sister-in-law, Tina.
Yeah.
You go for it, girl. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah. Say it to me. I'm doing things. Just knuckleheads. You know, but I can't tell anything because in Africa, there's like a whole family thing. That's my brother, even though they're not related. That's my brother, and that's my sister. We have to watch over each other. No, I'm gonna tell him to put my foot in his ass. That's what I'm gonna tell him. Okay. Now, you see, he knows that you at work. Man, you know you ain't gonna be home to see this man. Okay. What? Please hang this phone up. Zach, please hang this phone. How you doing? You know why you're
Public sentiment in favor of this bill, I think, manifestly failed in one particular case.
They're voting on that now.
Yeah, they're still voting on it.
Doesn't matter who's in charge, they just can't get together on a compromise.
This used to be showtime. Wow. That's where your back is coming to. That used to be the play area. But they weren't saying shit then. No. See how close I was to my sister? Damn. He was like a fucking hop, skipping, literally a hop, skipping, and fucking jump. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to take you to your sister. I'm going to take you to your sister, see your sister. Oh, I thought we was getting in a car. I'm walking. Yeah, you're walking. I'm walking. I just said, bada boom, bada bang. There we are. Oh, shit. 2 blocks away from my baby sister. She was a baby when she got, tossed down here. This used to be the entrance that I came in. But the building was right next door. But they tore that over. Oh, and I was 2 blocks away from my sister. Damn. We're looking at the wedding pictures because I'm gonna... What was his name? Warren. Warren, okay. No, Wally. Wally. Yeah. He's Wally the Shyster. Okay. No, he's retired from the state mental hospital or something like that. Oh, so he was running that shit? Yeah, he was the president of the union. The brother-in-law in Africa is governor over there. Who's that? The kind of relationship we all have, and I was explaining to her, I said, well, how would you feel if your mother told you that you was a mistake? Oh, please. That crashed my wife's whole expression went cold. When she looked at that lady's picture on the table. I mean, cold. But it's all Jackie's fault. It's all Jackie's fault because she said, Jackie, come down here. See me just and take Jack out the house and just threw my card on the table, and that shit. So as far as her being fucking mad at Jackie and everything, she better fucking get her shit together and her shit straight because it was my idea to fucking get up out of here. All right, it was Jackie had enough. Jackie didn't say shit. She didn't say shit at all. She didn't say. I said, you know something? I'm done. Let me get my shit. I'm done. Jackie just looked at me like, okay. Gina was pissed. How could you fucking say this shit that I had all these brothers and sisters and I thought it was just Jeff, Scott, Glennis, me, and Glenn. I had an inkling that Jeanette and Jim was around, but I didn't know Prince and Jackie was around, or Beverly for that matter. She was crushed. And to find out that when her father died, when Eugene died, he had left her some fucking money. Took all of her inheritance and blew it. And when the money was gone, guess what? He ran down to Virginia.
And there you have it. My journey to find answers to the questions that we would have never been told by Queen of the Dam was the quest of the bullshit prior to showing myself to my sibs. I saw the changes in their lives and the families they've made for themselves. Whether that'll be true to my existence remains to be seen. Like many, as a half a man, I'll become whole when I do find my father, James Jaggers. My brother's borrowing the name by proxy. Live into the truth. Don't hide from the veil of deceit that your mother gave you. I see right through it. Always had, always will. If you hide from your truth, it'll be your own damnation. Check it. You see, a family is an evolutionary circle bounded by truth and love. But like many, we have patterns of irresponsibility. Mom dumped kids, got dumped kids, Fontella dumped kids. In Akanian, it's said, Se wo were fi na wo sankofa a yinki. A sankofa meaning that says, it's not taboo to go back and fetch what you forgot. As adults, we easily dismiss this point because we're too busy shirking away from our obligations of moral consequence and accountability. So, does the apple fall far from the tree? Guess not. What affects one affects all, no matter how much forgiveness you think God will give you. A famous man once said, if you're ashamed of your past, then I'm ashamed of what you've become. Liars and monsters. All I can say is this. We're not alone when it comes to the insanity of their American dream. I know that's something nobody can take away. So to the millions of throwaway kids out there, Know that you're never a mistake in God's eye because you already know who's lied to you from the beginning. They've yet to earn our respect. So therefore, we're coming home.
The who, the when, the why, the what, the who, the when, the why, the what, the who, the when, the why, the what, the who, the when, the why, the what. Who the government? Who the terrorists? Where the hit list? Pump the raised fist. Make them spread the wealth. Long as you got your health. I can't get no help. So I jump back and kiss myself. The who, the when, the why, the what, the who, the when, the why, the what, the who, the when, the why, the what, the who, the when, the why, the what. What a fool believes. What a fool believes.
Oh yeah, sorry, see you later, kid. Goodbye.
This is the things that we should learn about our family